It is high noon on January 13, 2011, and the Thursday edition of the Daily Journal is upon the streets. Mike Fry here with Nicole Leonhardt. Nicole, right off the bat, are you shows such as CSI New York, are those popular with you? Do you watch them?
I don't, but I've read some like crime scene investigation books that are pretty good.
And so you have interest in it?
I do.
So do some students down at Watseka Community High School, and an instructor down at Richard Ditke has started a forensic science class. Kind of cool, and so a number of kids enrolled, highly interested. You know what kind of sparked that interest?
I'm guessing the shows?
Watching TV, yeah. So I think it's kind of neat when popular culture can be translated into a learning experience for young people, or people of all ages, for that example. I don't watch the CSI thing, but I started watching 48 Hours on A&E. That's a pretty good show, kind of similar. So yeah, I have some interest there to be sure.
And the class sounds really neat. They actually like do interactive, looking at blood splatters and stuff, so sounds pretty cool.
Speaking of interactive, that's the type of column Dennis Yohnka has today. In fact, it's like a quality of life quiz Dennis has come up with. And quite interesting. You News and Nooners, take it yourself and find out what your quality of life is. Kind of sparked, he got awakened by a squirrel in his attic the other night, couldn't go back to sleep, so he started thinking, you know, people who don't get a good night's sleep probably lack in quality of life, and he took it from there. Very interesting, and I think it's probably true. I'd like to say I sleep well every night of the week, and I normally do, but there are the few nights I don't. So yeah, good sleep means good quality of life.
I agree. The days after not so good sleep are always rough, and Dennis Yohnka knows a lot. He also knows the weather, so let's take it to him.
Hi, this is Dennis Yohnka in the weather office. Your reporter and columnist today is talking about more cold weather coming your way. Today's high is only going to be 20, and we're going to hit a low of 13 later tonight. Tomorrow, it's no better. A high of only 26 and a low of 20. Not much of a range there, is there? Saturday, we'll get a little snow with a high reaching only 27 and a low going down to 8. With all that cold talk, you're probably wondering, Dennis, why don't you tell us what the lowest temperature ever in Illinois is? All right, I'll do that. It was minus 36 in 1999 in a little town called Congerville. I don't even know where that is. Lowest ever in the United States was recorded 40 years ago this month in Prospect Creek, Alaska, where the temperature was a minus 79.8. Imagine what the wind chill was that day. Oh, you want to do something a little warmer probably, so I'll warm you up with this question. There are only 2 states that have never recorded a 100-degree day. You know what they are? I'll check your answers tomorrow.
Mike, it's Thursday, so it's a Mike's mailbag day. And Greg from Herscher wants to know, with today being the 13th, do you have any superstitions?
Well, thanks for asking, Greg from Herscher. And the short answer would be no, I do not. I'm not a superstitious person. I have certain traditions, like we talked on the news at noon previously about eating black-eyed peas on New Year's Day to give you luck the rest of the year. Then maybe that's kind of superstition. So that's there. I eat fried chicken every one of my birthdays for like the last 40 years, but I'd say no set superstitions. That being said, the song Superstitious by Stevie Wonder, isn't that one of the greatest songs ever made? Whenever that comes on the radio, I reach over there and crank it to maximum volume. You know, when the horn section kicks in on that song. Awesome song. So that's kind of my take on superstitions, and more to the point, Stevie Wonder's Superstitious.
All right, it's a very good song, and it isn't Friday the 13th, so I guess that helps a little bit too, you know.
Yeah. And I think I watched that movie Friday the 13th once or twice. Doesn't do much for me either, okay? So that's my take on it.
Mike Fry, not superstitious.
Yes, and that'll be the take for today's News at Noon. You can subscribe to the Daily Journal by calling 815-937-3322. You can also pick it up at the newsstand, and so until tomorrow,
stay informed and take Dennis's quiz.